Hello everyone, and welcome to another manga read along. This time at chapter 96, 97, and 98. So, this is my last video recording in January, and then we only have 28 days in February plus a few days in March before Attack on Titan begins on the 3rd of March, which is it seems to be a Friday. It says here comes out around 17:25 SAST. So I think Dio said that is, yeah, that's my time. So it comes out, I don't know what time in Japan, but it's converted to my time, which should be around 5:25 in the afternoon. So I'll probably be reacting, not live, mainly because of spoiler risk, but also because, wow, 5:25 my time. Ideally, I'd like to react as soon as the episode comes out. And like probably around 6 though. Oh my god, my makeup is, no, let me just take this off because it's just blurry. Like I hate when it's, sorry. What was I saying? Trying to connect? What the hell? Why? Why no internet connection? Reconnecting? What the hell? If I was streaming right now, that would just kill my stream. And okay, I need a new battery as well. Wow, good start to the video, Kayla. Very good start. Here we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Friday. I'll be reacting hopefully at around 6 p.m. So that I can get the reaction highlights and stuff up as soon as possible. Do the review in a separate video like last time. There we go. But most importantly, I would just want to finish the manga by that time. So I'll take a look at the schedule again afterwards. I'm probably going to, every time at the end, I'm going to check, okay, how many more chapters, and then update my little calculation here that shows, this was the ideal. So I'm on chapter 95 now. I want to read up to chapter 130. That means I have 35 chapters left. And if I was reading 3 chapters per week, that meant 12 weeks, which meant 3 months, but I only have 1 month. So the new calculation should be if I read 6 chapters per week. So that means this many left divided by 6 equals, that means 6 weeks to catch up. But I don't have 6 weeks. I have 4. So that means in February, there is a few days where I would need to do, like, instead of 3 chapters, I would need to do 4. But luckily, if, you know, worst case scenario, ABC gave me a sponsored slot here. So it should work out. It should work out. Sorry, just trying to, like, motivate myself here. Okay, let's jump in. Chapter 96. I still only have 10 chapters of the 10 volumes of the manga, so if anyone wants to gift me those for my birthday in March, anything after volume 10, that'd be nice. Shame, poor Cherry. She sent me some manga, but it never got here, I believe. That's why, don't even bother, I was just joking. I'll find them somewhere. Okay, episode 96, it says here, The Door of Hope. So we have a Reiner breathing heavily, walking after probably having a run away, I guess. And then he kind of freaks out, starts hyperventilating. Bertolt, Annie, Marcel. Ah! He was eaten by a Titan, all to protect me. Why do I have these in the first place? Oh, I was watching my YouTube short. Here, now, this is where I die, all because of me. Did everyone get eaten? I don't remember. My mind's blank. What should I do? I can't stay here. I'm going to be eaten too. And then a swift kick in the stomach. Not bad. That's the first time I've ever lost to you in a foot race. And Alberto slumps next to them. If we had immediately gotten a hold of the titan that ate Marcel, we wouldn't have lost the jaw titan. But you two ran, and I didn't know what to do either. God damn it. He's not coming back now. But there weren't supposed to be any titans yet. They said they'd be closer to the wall. Not all of them. It's not like every titan is going to be acting exactly according to our plans. Didn't you learn that? Enough. Let's go back. Huh? We'll find Jaws, then we'll go back. That titan will probably have turned back into a human somewhere by now. And it's not as if we can complete the plan to retake the founder without Marcel's leadership. The plan has already failed. This place isn't safe either. A titan could show up at any time. And then they start walking back. I know you'll be able to complete your mission, and I'm sure your father is praying for your success too. That's actually something that I haven't noticed. I haven't given much thought to, which is the influence that parents have on a child's life. That doesn't mean the parent is to blame solely, but it is just interesting to see the influence of a parent on a child's life and how they grow up and stuff, you know. Like Reiner's mother, Grisha as a father to both Aaron and Zeke, but Grisha was a different father to both of them, but also they had very different mothers. So Zeke's mother mirrored Grisha, but Aaron's mother was like completely different, and it's just interesting to consider these things. Wait, we can't go back. We'll continue the plan. True, you can't go back like this. If you go back to Marley now, they'll strip you of the armor for this disgrace. The next warrior will eat you. Not that it makes any difference to me. And you're so sure that would only happen to me? Are they going to hold just me accountable for the three of us running away? Are you two really confident that you'll escape being purged? And also, getting Jaws back isn't a good idea anyway. What if that Titan uses the power of the jaw Titan to get away? With its speed, there's no way our Titans could ever catch it without the card Titan around. How could anyone learn to use the power of a Titan that fast? You mastered how to use the Colossus right away. Anyway, if we screw up chasing Jaws and use our Titan powers, we'll just get eaten here. And if we show up at the boat with nothing but this fiasco, we'll be done for anyway. If we ever want to go back to our homeland, we need results. We need the founder. We can't go back without it now. You know, if you'd been 100th that composed a minute ago, we wouldn't have had to lose Jaws or Marcel. So you're putting us in danger to protect your own skin? I just don't know. And then a kick in the face. Then you explain it to Magus. Say it was all my fault. Honorary Marleyan, chosen warrior, who gives a damn? Marley, Eldia, they can all go to hell. They're all liars, every one of them. They only ever think about themselves, and I'm the same. I need to get back alive. You were supposed to die a minute ago, right? If you're feeling bad about it, then die right now. Take the blame and die. Shame. I feel bad for him, 'cause like, they're just kids, you know? They're not even supposed to be here. And then he tackles her. Reiner's dead. If you needed Marcel, then I'll be Marcel. Oof. Please, this is the only way we can go home. The text is written in such a way that you can tell something, his voice is sounding some kind of way, but I can't do that. Reiner, we get it already. Let's all get back to our hometown. Oh, let's all get back to our hometown. So then okay, I don't think this happened immediately afterwards. She passes out, but then, I don't know, she calls all the Titans near. Reiner, she's running out of, I know. Damn it, they're about to catch up. Are we still not to the wall? The plan was for the female to take turns on this path with Jaws, but she's doing it all now. Annie must have hit her breaking point a long time ago. But the plan can't succeed if we wear down the armor. I see it. The wall. Annie, switch. There's more Titans than we expected. We need to hurry. Bertolt, we're counting on you now. So this is Wall Maria. It's so big, and we've got to destroy it. Can I really do it? Yeah, at this point, they don't know anything about what's going on inside the walls. I don't blame them. But the second time, I'm still mad about that. But you know how people can plead insanity? And then even if you're angry at them, it doesn't matter because they weren't in their right mind. I feel like with Reiner especially, he was basically insane. He was like... But no, he bears some responsibility. Because even if you have like a split personality, you're still in your right mind sometimes. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It all boils down to the fault falls on the people who put them here in the first place. Because they're children and children shouldn't carry that burden. We'll destroy Wall Maria, then make use of the chaos caused by the invading Titans to slip into the population there. After that, we'll track the movements of Fritz, the king of the walls, then figure out a way to get to the founder. It's all riding on whether or not we can destroy the wall. We're counting on you. Bertolt. And then he looks down on them, all those little people, and he kicks through the gate. And then he did it. Bertolt. And then all the Titans end up attacking the armor Titan, and he has to like fight them off. Oh no. Bertolt, a Titan. Wow. Oh. This fucking face, that fucking face. Sorry, but that's a scary face. Oh my god. Terrifying. But she walks past. She's an abnormal. I wanted to become a warrior because I thought it'd grant my mother's wish to live together with my father. But I never had a father who felt the same way. My mother was always dreaming of something that would never come true. I wasn't ever supposed to become a warrior, and I wasn't supposed to survive past today. Sorry, Reiner. Why did he apologize? Why did he save someone like me? Because you weren't supposed to be there, and it was his fault that you were there, so he took responsibility. That's the thing. Okay, well, my hair is doing something funny. I don't want this to end here. I haven't changed anything yet. And then they wake up in the camp, refugee camp. People sleeping with their kids or not being able to sleep at all. this woman sleeping, I think, like holding something from someone who died, probably. Where are we? Inside Wall Rose. Annie, Bertolt, I'm sorry. Marcel, I promise to be a true warrior. My village was located in the mountains in the southeast Wall Maria. Unlike the thriving towns by the river, it took time for us to hear that the wall had been breached. In fact, the first we heard of it was from the Titans. It was around dawn. The livestock got awfully noisy. Then a strange rumbling. Do you think that was no, rumbling? No. A strange rumbling came from the ground, and it only got louder. I realized it was footsteps, so I rushed to open the windows. I can't recall anything after that, but I'd escaped on my horse somehow, leaving behind 3 kids who were just about your age. Wasn't he the only survivor from that one village? What village? Oh, I forgot the name. That tiny settlement, right? The one that's not even on the maps? Wherever he's from, we should cut him down. Huh? Oh, so that King Fritz was just a figurehead. Not just the old man, it's a different family entirely. They're all puppets without a shred of authority, but they're probably not subjects of Ymir. The people ruling from the center of the walls are probably a different race of Eldians who sucked up to Fritz a century ago. Huh? Not subjects of Ymir, but still Eldians. Because the king back then, the Eldian, they were all Eldians, and then Ymir got the power, and he then started to do the eugenics or whatever of turning other people, like more and more people, into Titans, and he rules them. But there were still people back then, Eldians, that so like essentially Eldians who were alive. God, descendants from Eldians who were never no blood mixed with the descendants of Ymir. Wow, that's crazy. But that means that they're all family, like even if it's far along, but they're close enough. They're close enough. Sorry, that's not funny. We're all probably family further and further. But it's just weird knowing that, like it's like their blood isn't so diluted that the Ymir power is gone. So they're still like their link as family is still, it's so clear, and that's what makes it a little bit weird. But anyway, because there was no need. The people ruling from the center of the walls are probably a different race of Eldians who sucked up to King Fritz a century ago, because there was no need for the power of the founding Titan, so he gave them authority in exchange for their silence and loyalty. They would just need to get inside that family. They must be connected to the true King of the Walls. How do we do that? Get them to hire us as servants or something? Or what? Do you want me to get close to one of the men in the family and marry into it? No, you can't do that. Right, I can't. They're able to stay in the seat of power because they're not subjects of Ymir. They'd never risk infecting their family tree with tainted blood. And ever since the wall was breached, They haven't hired new servants out of concern about invaders. Plus, I don't have the kind of charms it takes to seduce a man. That's not true. Thanks. That means we only have one opening. Become soldiers and get close to the interior military police. I know you don't want to hear this from me, but it's taken us 2 years to learn this much, and we've spent that time uprooting trees. You're the only one who's able to enter and exit the royal capital. We only have 10 years left. You're saying you want us to spend those 10 years playing soldier? It's been 2 years since the wall was breached, but the king of the walls never made a move. If the Tiber family's information is correct, then the king is bound by some kind of vow to renounce war. In that case, we should stop wasting time and just put an end to this. Ah, so you mean destroying Wall Rose and Sheena too? Yes. Doing that might cause the founding titan to show itself. But you realize that no matter how defeated they may be, one roar from the founder can turn everything around, right? And then we precious warriors will die with the rest of this world, our mission incomplete. Humanity's fate is riding on us. But see, he's saying humanity's fate is riding on us, referencing the rumbling, but they know about the renouncing vow, the vow renouncing war, so we can only march slowly forward. I've started to finally realize it. That is what we're here for. Tell me, what the hell did you come here for? To save humanity. Dun dun dun. Chapter 97. From one hand to another. That man in the black coat. Something about him feels different from the other top royal government officials. If I can figure out where he's headed now, maybe I'll be able to reach the king of the walls. Huh? Hello there, missy. Decided to tail an old geezer like me, have you? I've got to say, you've got a good eye for men. I was born at an inn. My mother worked there as she raised me alone. She always told me stories of my father, a man she only ever met once. So I could tell at first sight that it was finally you. Now ain't that touching? Well, if you want a hug from your daddy, start by putting both of your arms up. Are you really so certain it's not true? Not a chance. This is the kind of joke I hate the most. I can't believe you, Daddy. Wow, that's a pretty cool visual. This was from an OVA, right? So she roundhouse kicked him, and then, whoa, hey, come on. So you've already hit the rebellious phase, huh? Fine, not like I need a daughter who tries to kick her pop to death anyway. Wow, he's doing it again. So what do you think today's legs mean? Snow? No, I'd say his torso is saying we'll have clear skies. Then say it'll hail and get moving. You guys are going to be late for morning roll call. Wake up, Bertolt. That's so funny. I wonder if that's like referencing anything or symbolizing or hinting at anything. You know? Like a lot of the characters can be psychologically analyzed and things taken apart and like it has deeper meaning. I'm just wondering, does that have a deeper meaning? Weirdest sleeping positions meaning. No, this just says what your sleep position says about you personality. It's just like, this is interesting stuff though. Fuck, go away. Sleep positions, fetal position, side sleeping, log, the yearner, lying on your back with both arms locked at your sides. When a sleeper lies on their side with both arms at their sides. Free fall, when you lie on your stomach with your head turned to one side and arms hugging the pillow. Back sleeping with both arms and legs stretched out. I do the side sleeping one a lot and the free fall one sometimes. And sometimes I sleep on my back, but then I'm like this. But this is not, who sleeps like that? According to the blah blah, side sleepers have a tough exterior but are actually quite sensitive on the inside. Additionally, side sleepers are likely to appear shy and reserved when they meet someone but tend to relax and become more open with time. No. Those that lie on their stomach with their head to one side and hands around the pillow make up 7% of the study's population. Stomach sleepers were found to appear sociable and confident on the outside but secretly anxious and sensitive. Yeah, this is maybe me also. I change how I sleep. Who sleeps the same always? No, never mind. This is not what we're here for. Okay, so they wake up Bertolt and then they're eating breakfast and Aaron is eating breakfast like this. You seem even more bloodthirsty than usual today, Aaron. He's stuck on training yesterday. What a sad sight that was. You got so tangled up, I thought you'd get strangled by your own wires. Not as sad as the sight of you practicing how to turn tail and run against the Titan, you horse-faced coward. Yeah, you go charge right up to a Titan and die in a web of your own wires. The Titans will get a real laugh out of that. That's your life. How many times do I have to tell you guys to knock it off? Shut up, you two. It's too early for this crap. Annie's just there like, because she was out all night. While you two slept like babies after a long day of playing with your friends, I was crawling around the royal capital sewers. The man in the black coat was different from the rest of them. He's the real deal. He almost caught me. He might have seen my face. If I join the interior MPs and he's there, I'll be done. So that's it. Let's go back to Marley with the information we've gathered so far. Almost 5 years have passed since that day. They'll be happy to hear anything at all. Do you really believe that? I'm sure Marley will be disappointed, even if these 5 years of results are all we bring them. Oh, wait. I'm sure they'll be disappointed if these 5 years of results are all we bring them. I feel like that could have been written differently. I'm sure Marley will be disappointed if this are the results we bring them after 5 years. Like that. Sounds better to me. Then what? What do you think we should do? We should breach Wall Rose. Whether or not the king has vowed to renounce war, that's the only way left for us to smoke out the founding Titan. The day our training corps class is in Trost district is the same day the survey corps will be going beyond the walls. If we create as much chaos as possible, even the training corps will be forced into action. See, like, it's so frustrating to me. Why here? I know they're kids and the blame doesn't fall on them. It falls on the people who put them here in the first place. But I'm like, didn't any of them, like Bertolt, Annie, even split personality Reiner? Well, okay, split personality Reiner, because he's Reiner and then he's the warrior and then he's the soldier, like he thinks in very much boxes. So it's, but Bertolt and Annie, didn't they just, like back when Marcel said, like, are we really gonna do this? Are we really gonna breach a wall? I mean, Marcel said back then, are we really gonna breach a wall with a guy that renounced war? Like, are we really gonna do this? So why didn't they? Are we really gonna do this? These are good people. They're not devils. Doesn't I would like to see that. But I guess then Reiner would talk them out of it because he is like, it's either soldier Reiner or warrior Reiner. We can even slip into the huge crowds of refugees that will end up flooding the royal capital. Depending on the situation, we can continue being soldiers. If it looks like we'll be in the top 10, we can wait to graduate and become MPs in the interior. What I'm trying to say is that we'll move as the king of the walls moves and put ourselves in the best position to take action. Oh, and here it comes. Here it comes. A lot of your friends will die. Maybe all of them. How many times have I told you? They aren't our friends. They're alien devils. They aren't like us. But it doesn't hurt for us to gain their trust. If anything, your attitude of isolating yourself is way more flagrantly, I'm going to puke. Could you please not put your face so close to mine? You must be tired. So maybe it's like the anxiety in that case that actually wants to make her puke. Having to kill people, that she knows. I think it's more about that. But yeah, for Reiner, who has the split personality thing going, it's easier because that's how, if we experience trauma and to protect ourselves, we develop these things, because it's like, otherwise we're going to go insane. I feel bad for always putting the burden on your shoulders. Let's leave it at that for today. Excuse me. Oh, and here comes the reason for the weird sleeping positions. I knew there was a reason. I've been having the same dream over and over again. I dream of the old man who hanged himself in that settlement. I always wonder why he told us that story before he put the noose around his neck. Oh. He wasn't hanged, he hanged himself. Because of guilt. Oh. So it's just kind of like the recurring dream. Maybe it's really vivid and stuff. Maybe it's just his dreams that cause those positions. Aaron, take a break. You're going to get killed. Ha! Ha! Damn it. Reiner, how did you become that way? Like you or Mikasa. What do I have to do to be like you? If I don't change something, Jean is going to be right. Jean is going to be right. My life is going to end without me having done a single thing. Just do what you have to do. What's that? Like a bullet. The day after the disbanding ceremony, that's when we do it. Just keep moving forward. It's all we can do. Aaron, were you really? Hey, why? Marco, he's being eaten. We'll prove that we are warriors. We do it tonight. Andy and I will take care of the 2 captured titans before they can learn more about them. Oh, this is because of the guy with the noose, the guy who killed himself. So this is Reiner about to kill himself. Because of the guilt. Because the guilt, like his split personality, he's kind of like grown out of it. And now he has to face the guilt and it's too much to bear. So he wants to kill himself. But the fact that he has a new generation of kids that he could help, I remember that was what held him on. Annie and I will take care of the two captured titans before they can learn more about them. Yeah, you're right. We were just kids. We didn't know a thing. I just have to keep moving forward. See you. I'm counting on you, buddy. I've got this. You're going to exterminate every lost titan, right? I know you can do it. Mm, mm, mm. That is a sad, sad, sad sight. And this might be insensitive. So if you have ever lost anyone to suicide or anything, please maybe skip ahead a few minutes. But I haven't. I've heard about and read about it, like people that I know who know someone, but I've never known someone who killed themselves. But yesterday we were talking about, I don't know who or what. Oh, we were talking about a fictional character whose dad, like the kid had just gotten home and then the dad shot himself. And I was thinking to myself, the first thought that came to my mind was just because the dad died. So my first thought was just about this child and the character we were talking about, because this character got anxiety and panic attacks, and their whole personality was shaped by that experience. Because I was just thinking to myself how that kid had to, because he had just gotten home from school and then he heard the gunshot and he must have seen, like how do you ever as a kid, how do you process that? Obviously with therapy and everything, but you can't really ever forget it. So it will shape your life forever. It will shape your personality, it will shape your dreams, everything, your the relationships you'll have, the life that you'll, the work that you'll choose, how you'll raise your kids. Like it's very sad. And of course it's sad. Okay, the guy was so sad he killed himself, but he's dead. So my first thought just went to the child who had to experience that and probably saw his dad's brains blasted on the floor. And then I felt kind of like, for a second I felt kind of angry, like if you're gonna kill yourself, plan it better. Like obviously, ideally get help and don't kill yourself. That's the best case scenario. But I was just thinking about this child walking in on that, on his dad's brains on the floor, and I'm just thinking to myself, couldn't you have called yourself, couldn't you have killed yourself earlier, like while he was at school? Couldn't had you just planned better and then, you know, call the ambulance and say someone is hurt at this house, please come quickly, and then shoot yourself, and then the ambulance comes, and yeah, sure, it sucks because now other people have to see it, other people have to clean up your brain. But my point is, then it can be handled professionally and your kid doesn't have to walk in on it. And I know you're depressed, and I know you've gone through trauma yourself, and I know you want to freaking kill yourself, and that's the worst part. But you're dead afterwards, and your kid has to live with that. So can't I just wish in that moment I felt like just plan it like in a way. Once again, ideally get help if possible. But I guess you can't say, if they're not in their right mind to get help, then they're also not in their right mind to plan better. But I was so like, that poor kid has to live with that. Suicide is a very, very, very sad and difficult thing and sensitive topic. That's why I said, I know that it's insensitive to what I was just thinking and feeling, but remember, this was a fictional character. I just couldn't help but think about the kid. And obviously in Reiner's case, it's completely different. He's a soldier. It's not like he has children who's gonna walk in on him, you know, stuff like that. And this is just a very sad side. I think, I know I've had nights where I'm crying. I wish I could kill myself because you're just extremely sad because of whatever happened. But I've never seriously considered and been on the verge of doing it. To me, that is just this whole picture, it's so sad because of that. Like, I'm just thinking about all the people who've been in a situation, and who some could pull the trigger, but the moment someone pulls the trigger and they're dead, like, it's sad that they're there, but once they're dead, then I can't help but my focus shifts to the people who are left behind, the people who have to walk in on that. Well, ideally, hopefully, we just have to make sure that our systems are in place so that people can reach out for help. It's as easy as possible. The thing is, with these kinds of things, you can't force someone to find help. They have to want to be helped. But we have to make it as easy as possible for them. Anyway, sorry. But it's a very thought-provoking, very good page. And it's very sad. But it perfectly kind of, this is partly, I don't know, but Reiner is a great character. Okay, so he was about to pull the trigger, and then, damn it, I've got to change something. And then he pulls the gun out of his mouth, and he sees Folko. That's right. I still have them. See, like, that to me is so amazing, because it's like, despite the trauma that he's been through, despite the guilt that he carries, luckily, he was able to, he saw not even his kids, but just a kid, and he remembered there is something greater here than my trauma and my sadness. And I don't want to make it sound like I feel like the people who've committed suicide were selfish. I don't want to say that at all. That's not my intention, at least. Because those people are in this moment, I would guess. They're in this moment where it's tunnel vision. They don't see the people that still depend on them. And then they just take that step, whereas luckily he didn't Folko just at the right time, I have to do something, or else Gabi will inherit the armor. If I don't change, then the hospital. And he goes inside and he sees all the people. Hey, thanks for the other day. Yay. Oh, it looks like you're recovering well. You can talk now, at least. I'm here for treatment of psychological wounds. But mine are fake. Huh? I've said I can't go home because I have memory loss. But in reality, I just don't want to go back. It's too hard for me to face my family now. Are you going to tell the hospital staff? No, I wouldn't do that. You're hurt. From training to be a Marleyan warrior? Yes, but I can't become a warrior. Why is that? There's another talented candidate in my class, and I don't think I'll get my turn. Oh, that's good to hear. Huh? You're a good kid. I'd be happy if you lived a nice, long life. But I don't want this person to become a soldier. Why do you say that? Is this talented candidate a girl? She's famous here in this district. She's even been recognized for what she's did in war already. Just about everyone would say the next armor should be her. But I'm powerless. So it's all going to end without me doing a thing. I've been thinking every day since coming here. How did things turn out this way? Ruined minds and bodies, People with no freedom left. People who have even lost themselves. What kind of person would want to go to war? The kind of people who won't have... It's not about who wants to go to war, it's about who benefits from war. And the people who benefit from war are not the people in the war generally. It's the elites. What kind of person would want to go to war if they knew they were going to end up like this? But there was something there, all along, pushing us right into hell. For most of us, that something is not our own free will. We're forced by others or by our environment. That's why the people who push themselves into hell see a different hell from the rest of us. They also see something beyond that hell. Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's yet another hell. I don't know which it is. The only people who do know are the ones who keep moving forward. Dun dun dun! I wish I read this live, like when it came out that week, because I want to know at what point would I have recognized him. I'm so curious. I wish I could turn back time and tell my past self, read Attack on Titan. Which year did this chapter come out? I just want to imagine, where was I that year? What would it have been like if I was doing, like, was I even doing videos back then? No, I wasn't. Of course not, because I only started doing videos back when like season 2 of Attack on Titan had already aired. So I'm just curious, like, what age was I? Wait. I think I can look it up. Chapter, we're on 97. 97. Wait. Oh. From one hand to another is the third chapter of the 24th volume. Okay, overview, blah blah blah. But this is, where's the date? Volume, Japanese release date September 8th. English release date same, September 8th, 2017. Okay, wait. If I'm 30 in 2023, I'm turning 30 in March. So wait, 2023 minus 2017. So there's this was about 6 years ago. Maybe 5.5, I don't know. So 30 minus 6, I was 24. 24. What was I doing at 20 fucking 4? 2017. Now I'm gonna have to go to my Instagram and I have to go back. I'm sure I had Instagram in 2024, you know? I mean, in 2017 at 24. So now I want to, like, wait, let me do it here. Wait, am I not logged in here? I'm logged in somewhere. Okay, this is all last year. Okay, now the year before last year. So wait, 2022, this is 2021. This is 2019, 2019, 2019, 2019, 2018. If I can remember what I looked like, okay, here's 2017. So I was this November. It came out in September 2017, right? September 2017. 8th September. August, 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 August. See, this is where I was sitting on the floor editing at the TV table. August, September. So in September, I was making videos, but I was only doing my vlog channel at this time. Damn. So I was doing videos, I just wasn't doing anime videos. So sad, if only I could. Looks fun. See here, because I was doing social media and stuff, this place, I Love Durban, asked us to come to Durban and like do a video where it was a video for like, it was a Facebook page. I think this page's Facebook. They were doing videos on like going to eat at the restaurants and stuff and like basically promoting the restaurants. And so they asked some like influencers to do the videos with this as the host. Oh, and you can't see me, but I'm there. Wait, no. So that was a pretty fun experience. But yeah, vlogging is just not my thing. It's too busy. But anyway, now my curiosity has been, how to say, cured. Okay, let's continue. So, Mr. Kruger says, I don't know which it is. The only people who do know are the ones who keep moving forward. And then there's Reiner. Volko, it's getting late. Where are you going? I forgot something. I'm on my way back to the headquarters. If you'll excuse me. And then he runs with his little letter. The fucking letter. Okay. And then there's the statue of someone defeating a titan, I guess. Hey, what's all the noise for? The entire Tiber family has come to visit. What? These aren't Marleyan soldiers. They're the Tiber family's personal guards. Come in. Wow, he's big. Big guy. I'm sorry for dropping in like this. I'm Willie, the head of the Tiber family. Theo Magath, Warrior Unit Commander. Nice to meet you, Commander Magath. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Tiber, or Tiber-sama. Naughty children. It looks like they're kind of drawn to look spoiled. One is throwing a tantrum, that one's making a mess, those two are fighting. And allow me to introduce you to the rest of the Tiber family. You've been able to manage the warrior unit far better than when it was first formed. So considering your caliber, have you figured out who among my family is the Warhammer Titan? No, I don't have a clue. I'm not even sure that individual is here with you today. Just as I've heard you're an attentive man, we very rarely make appearances. Only a select few have been told the identity of the Warhammer, even among the very top ranks in Marley. I imagine the leader here at headquarters would be one of those select few, but he was forced to leave on short notice this morning on orders from his superiors, which is quite unusual. And that is why now I am talking to you in his place. Are that fact and your sudden arrival with your entire family unrelated, I wonder? The reason I came here was to see the statue of Helos, this gallant figure of a mere human who was able to defeat the devil of all earth, a true Marleyan hero who saved the world. Helos. An incredible feat, brave, beautiful, not a scratch on him. Truly the Marleyan soul personified. Yes, indeed. Not to mention that the bronze statue is hollow. Quite unsparing, Commander. I have heard that you are even working to reinstate conscription for Marleyans. I've heard that you are working to reinstate conscription for Marleyans. Conscription is the state-mandated enlistment of people in national service, mainly a military service. Conscription dates back to antiquity and it continues in some countries to the present day under various names. Compulsory enrollment. Oh, so Magath is working to reinstate conscription. So he's saying not just Eldians should fight, Marleyans should have to fight too. War to Marleyans is something that exists only on the pages of their newspapers. They read words that say their borders have expanded and they are pleased. If the ones taking the bullets are the tame descendants of devils, so much the better. I'm sure that forcing some Marleyans to hear what it sounds like to have your ear grazed by a bullet won't be enough to stop Marley's self-destructive march toward war. But if I have the attention of the man controlling Marley from the shadows, there's something I want to say. It's already too late. Very interesting. You are truly merciless, Commander. What can I say to that? Your observation is correct. The nation of Marley is under the authority of the Tiber family. Very interesting. But Marley itself chose the path of militarism. Blah, blah. We gave Marley freedom and power as an act of atonement. Our predecessor did, anyway. You say that as if you saw it all happening. I did see it. Along with the Warhammer Titan, we have received and passed down memories. That is the role of the Tiber family. We watched and did nothing more. As Eldians were forced into cages, as Marley did as they saw fit with them. And so, both Eldia and Marley were tossed into the darkness. Responsibility for that lies with the Tiber family. The times have passed. The power of the Titans by. There are now disquieting movements coming from Paradis. We plan to reveal everything to the world during the coming festival. All my hopes ride on that moment. It was not a lie when I said I came here to see the hero statue. Marley needs a Helos once more. Theo Magath, would you do me the honor of shaking this hand? I'm curious here. The times have passed, the power of Titans by. So that means the technology has caught up to us. There are now disquieting movements coming from Paradis. Disquieting movements. How does he know? What does that mean? We plan to reveal everything. What does this mean? Where's my... What are the disquieting movements that he talks about? It was blah, blah, blah. Okay, then there's Zeke and Falco. Posting the letter. I want to ask you for a favor. What is it, Mr. Kruger? I want to send a letter, but they'll look inside if I send it from the internment zone, right? Yeah? They'll figure out I'm faking an illness if that happens. So I want you to put this in a mailbox outside the internment zone. Okay. Is it to your family? Yes. I just want to tell my family that I'm here and I'm all right. Shitballs. Good to see. Chapter 98. This is chapter 98 next, so that means here 32 left. 5 weeks to catch up. We're doing it! Either way, I just have 1 month. No need for a calculator for that. Okay, the Titans come from the south. As a result, the farther north you go towards the mountains inside the walls, the sparser their defenses. So we attack from the north? Yes, that is an option. But the waterfront to the south is still the only location where large ships can dock. If we want to use our material advantage, then so the south. Then again, we've already lost 32 ships off the island's south shore. That's just how focused the enemy's attention is. There's even the possibility that the docks have been destroyed and... So what is it you're trying to say? I simply thought that the information I have could be of use to you. I understand. We were mistaken. We were wrong to have Eldians speak to us. Though I did think that you could at least carry on a conversation. I apologize for not meeting your expectations. The Paradis plan seems to be going well. We have some awfully bright... officials leading us. I can't wait to hear what kind of strategy they come up with. Like entrusting the whole thing to 4 kids. I wonder what's going to happen to us Eldians. Mm-hmm. Huh? He's in the lead. Falco passed Gabi. The fact that he's a boy gives him an advantage for sure. Because, like, there's just a time around the puberty when boys' bodies mature faster than girls. Like, at first, girls mature better than boys, but then boys surpass girls. Like, I remember when I was grade 6, 7, I was, or maybe it was like more grade 5 or something. I was taller than a lot of the boys, but then suddenly in grade 7, 8, then they're taller than everyone. So that gives him an advantage from a military standpoint because physically he's going to be stronger than Gabi. He's always going to be stronger than Gabi, most likely. Not definitely, but just on average. Boys are stronger than girls. And especially if they're being trained, if a boy and a girl is more or less the same build at, I don't know, 7, 8. If they're both being military trained, so like the boy is just, his muscles develop differently, his lungs have more capacity. And all of that translates to a Titan as well. The Titan, the person influences the Titan's look more or less. So it just makes sense to me that if a boy would make a better Titan than a girl in general. I'm curious, the female Titan, what if a boy eats the female Titan? Like what if Falco eats Annie? What if Armin eats Annie? Woohoo! I shouldn't have said that. But you understand my question. Ha! Look how excited they are over one little victory. Sheesh, they have no idea what we're going through. Falco. It's too late to try and improve his results now. He's not going to dethrone Gabi. I wonder about that. The selection standards are vague, you know. But even the Marleyan military wouldn't make a decision like that. There's no need to make Falco into a Titan, too. Watch yourself, Colt. Are you making light of that honor? I'm sorry, I was being thoughtless. Well, I guess that's what being a big brother is. Let's go. Where to? To play catch. What's wrong, Pock? What's with you brats today? Finally, Falco beat Gabi. Huh, so you're finally beating her. See, just the way that's phrased. So you're finally beating her, like it was expected eventually. Just at 1 foot race, but someone beat Gabi at something. This is a historic day. Stop it already, I'm getting embarrassed. Pretty impressive. Guess that means you're going to be the next armor, kid. No, it doesn't. Too little, too late. You're nowhere near my level. I protected the motherland heroically on the battlefield. Yeah, but they haven't announced who'll inherit the armor yet. I'm going to do what I have to do until that day comes. That's all. Whoa, look at the kid. Look at the swagger. Your brother's getting the beast, so your family will be taken care of already as honorary Marleyans. Why are you doing this to me? I'm doing this for you. Ooh. Hey, he really said it. What? So you're trying to keep me from getting what I want because I don't know what's good for me, huh? Ah, she didn't get it. What? Where's he going? Who knows? Probably that hospital again. The hospital. To send more letters. So they're really going to declare war here in this internment zone. It's almost like they're putting on a play. So leaders from all the different countries will be gathering here. And by the time this festival is over, people from around the world will be on our side. See, she says this as if it's not a guarantee that everyone is on their side. Because it's not a guarantee. Because actually, it's the world against Marley. Marley, not just the Eldians in Marley, but Marleyans have kind of made an enemy out of people outside. And so they could even, the Paradis, just like they're working with Eldians, the rest of the world could work with the Eldians on Paradis and be like, let's defeat Marley together. But no. Let's prove Willie Tiber right. Let's show everyone why everything that he said right here is true. And by the time the festival is over, people from around the world will be on our side. At least that's what the Tibers think. I just pulled my hair. And all Marley's problems will be over. Sounds great. It sure does. You don't think it can work? Do you think it will? The Mid-East Alliance will be here too, you know. We were killing them just last month. Wouldn't they like to work with, to have some Titans on their side? I mean, they already have Mikasa's family on their side, like her ancestries or whatever. So my point is, they could have gotten more people. They could have proved that they're not like Willie Tiber says. But then I hate this part. I hate this part so much. Every country out there is frothing at the mouth, just waiting to get Marley when it's weak. I know because my family came here from an internment zone in another country. It was awful. The hostility that Eldians face here is nothing compared to the way it is in other countries. Just being invited to this zone would feel like a national disgrace to the rest of the world. Just being invited to this zone would feel like a national disgrace. But still, there's like internment zones in other countries. And I don't think it's just for Aldeans. I think that there are, like I said before, there are other people being discriminated against in the rest of the world. And those people, the thing is, I think what people don't understand, to be discriminated against, to be like, think about, for example, the amount of poor people in the world versus the amount of rich people in the world. And the rich people have all the power for the most part, right? And that doesn't mean rich people are bad. It just means sometimes they can, of course, be sneaky people. But that's not the point I'm trying to make, actually. The point I'm trying to make is the people who lead are few. And they don't always reflect. They might treat the masses poorly, or mislead the masses, or manipulate, or, you know, like corruption in my country. But their decisions and feelings do not necessarily reflect every single person's decision and feelings in that country. So in the rest of the world of Attack on Titan, there are other Eldians in internment zones. There are and they're victims too, and there are other people who are discriminated against, and they might be in the majority. They might be thousands, millions. And the leaders, the ones who put them in their little internment zones in the first place, the ones who manipulate them, discriminate against them, blah blah blah, the leaders, they're the ones that might be against Eldians or against whoever. And that's why I can't get behind, oh, well, the whole world was against them. The whole world was against them. That's why the rumbling is justified, because he's killing the whole world that's against them. But that's not true. The whole world is full of Eldians, victims. Not just Eldians are suffering in the world. There are other people as well. That's why I can't understand. You just say that to make yourself feel better. Just that I think Eren knows what he's doing is wrong. Just like Mikasa knows it's wrong, Armin knows it's wrong, Jean and Hanj and Levi, they all know it's wrong. But and Eren knows it's wrong. He just does it anyway. What frustrates me is the people that try and justify it like, no, but the whole world. No, that's not true. Not true. The whole world doesn't hate you, and you can't kill 50 people. You can't kill 50 people just because 30 of them hate you and want to kill you. That doesn't make you the good guy. If the world is 50 and 30 of them hate you and you're 10, then fight 30v30 or something. Or I would even say run away and hide rather than freaking killing 50 and thinking, oh no, we're the good guys. If you want to kill the 50 and live with that guilt, okay, you have to live with that guilt. But don't try and act like you're the good guys and it's justified. Eren doesn't do that. Flush maybe does that, but Eren doesn't even do that. At least we have barely heard anything from him since, this arc. But I don't think Eren believes that what he's doing is right. He's just doing it anyway because he loves his friends and his family and he wants to keep them safe. But it's not really love. It's not really protecting when you're doing something that they don't want you to do. That's selfish, in my opinion. They're all grown-ups. They can plan together and decide together what to do. But he went off on his own thing. Well, in that case, just That's just an even stronger reason why we have to do something. They must have chosen this internment zone so that people around the world could better understand Eldians, to prove that we aren't devils. How? Smile. I know how much you want to be right, but nothing will ever change if you keep putting yourself down. And you, Sophia, stop playing such a weird character. What? This is just who I am. So what are you going to... What does that mean? Stop playing such a weird character. What does that mean? So what are you going to fix about yourself? I'm fine the way I am, aren't I? I'm cute. I'm smart too. I'll ace this operation and get the higher-ups wrapped around my little finger, and my position will be even more of a sure thing than before. Sure you're not an actual devil? I'm making you two cry the next time you take Falco's side. Got that? You really are a devil. It's Commander Magus. Oh, it is. That's rare. I wonder who he's talking to. Is the stage coming along well? Yes. I've surprised even myself with the directorial talents. What about you? How goes the home expansion? How goes the home expansion? Here, I see. Large-scale demolition required. It had become severely aged. Congratulations, General. The military is yours. What is going on here? What is going on here? Is this like bribery or money laundering? What is this? Large-scale demolition required. It had become severely aged. Congratulations, the military is yours. No, Tiber-sama. It belongs to the nation. But it is entrusted to you. A month has passed since you've taken up the duty, but I'm sure it hasn't been a pleasant job. Any man who ignores his superior's orders is no soldier. I'm neither your superior nor a soldier, though. But you are the commander-in-chief of this country, in which case this nation is yours. I would not say that this nation is mine. It is the people's, Marlians and Eldians. Now that I've taken the wheel, I can see why no one has ever tried to turn it. It's too heavy. I'd like to let go, if I could, even at this moment. But today I have no choice but to grip it firmly. It just happened to be me. It just happened that I was the man that fate turned to. So is this wheel that he's talking about, is it the same wheel that Daenerys wanted to break? We all know how that turned out. Which I stand by my belief that the ending was always going to happen. The ending that happened was always going to happen. But it's just how they got there was too fast. It was too sudden. It was like... But question, is that the wheel? Like, because you know how the Wheel of Fortune... No, man, not the show. Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune. Like, sometimes you're on top. Where is that one I just had? This one. See, like... my teacher had a painting of this, but it was different. It wasn't the tarot version. Wheel of Fortune. Like this. She had an artwork like this. Like, yeah. But it was very... beautiful, not beautiful, but it was very plain and simple. It showed you exactly what it meant, whereas these seem so freaking confusing. Anyway, the wheel. So is that the wheel, essentially? And the wheel keeps turning. It's kind of how, the oppressed often becomes the oppressor, because that's how the wheel turns and keeps turning. But now, he's saying, now that I've taken the wheel, I can see why no one has ever tried to turn it. So they just keep it the way it is. The people on top are on top, and the people at the bottom are on the bottom. They try and keep it that way. The people on top try and keep it that way. But wouldn't it be nice, instead of breaking the wheel, instead of just turning the wheel, couldn't we just lie it on its side? I'd like to let go if I could, even at this moment, but today I have no choice but to grip it firmly. It just happened to be me. It just happened that I was the man that fate turned to. The home was on the verge of collapse, but there were some posts that were still unstable. According to them, there is already an infestation of rats. An infestation of rats? So you did it, Folko. It's thanks to you, Mr. Kruger. Huh? So this home that he's talking about, I'm surprised even myself. How goes the home expansion? So that home expansion, is that a euphemism for the military, large-scale demolition required? So he's saying the military needs to be totally redone. Congratulations, General. The military is yours. So, okay, I kind of understand what's happening. Anyway, let's get back to here where Folko is talking to Mr. Kruger. Honestly, I don't think I'll be able to outperform Gabi at this point, but I've still got to go for it. I see. I feel like I should be the one thanking you. You've helped me with all of those letters. What? No, that's nothing. You really saved me. Is that from a family member? They said life in the hospital must be boring. It was hard for me with this body, but I have to move forward too. I can't sit here forever. I'm going back home once the festival is done. Oh, a doctor. I'm going to get going. May I sit next to you? Yes, go ahead. Excuse me then. I'm a physician in this district. My name is Jaeger. I come here at times to drink tea. Nice to meet you. I'm Kruger. Nice to meet you, Kruger. I've heard your name is the only thing you still remember. Yes. I saw you were just speaking to a little boy here. You seem to be friends, yes? I see. I'm sure I'd get along with him too. After all, I too sat here while looking for someone to talk to. That boy's uncle was a top member of the Aldia Restorationists. He was discovered before the boy was even born. But the Restorationists were sent to heaven, and their families were not spared either. Any family member who could not prove they had nothing to do with that group was sent to the island. To show your innocence, you had to devote everything you had to serving the Marleyan military. In order to protect their family, the boy and his brother said they wanted to become warriors. The Grice family finally found peace once his older brother acquired the right to inherit the beast Titan. And perhaps it was hard for him to show his face to me because of the inheritance of that beast. Why? Are you telling me this? Oh, why are you telling me this? Stop asking that boy to run errands for you. The Grice family's efforts will be for naught if people begin to suspect him of silly things. And if your heart and your mind are in good health, which they're not, return to your family. Don't wait until it's too late. Why leave yourself with nothing but regrets? Regrets? It seems you have your own about your family. Every single day, I am filled with them. That day, my son snuck past the wall with his little sister. I was so hard on him, I pushed him to become a doctor, to take after me. How could my son do something like that? It was me. It was all me. And then he starts screaming. Mr. Jaeger, please don't walk around outside without permission. I'm sorry. I took my eyes off him for just a moment and then he... So he's not a doctor here. He's a patient, I guess. I'm sure it'll be okay. Also the guilt eating him up alive. You see, guilt always has a way to catch up with you. Reiner did what he had to do as a kid, and even though he has more of a reason, because he was literally, when he was sent out on that mission, he was fucking 10. But even his guilt came back and he was on this close to fucking suicide. You want to know what kind of guilt? If you kill the whole world for a small group of people, you kill everyone, not just the 30 or the 40 out of 50 that hate you, but the 10 too that had nothing, that were victims themselves. You kill the whole world, including thousands of people. There might be 40,000 and 1,000, whatever. But you kill everyone for, let's say, 1,000 on your side. But okay, it's like 1,000 inside the paradis. But the victims outside are way more than the people in paradis. But now you kill everyone. Do you think you will be able to survive that guilt? Do you think those people that you saved will be able to survive that guilt? They killed people within the walls that didn't side with them immediately. They shot them in the fucking face. Do you think that guilt will not come back to eat your face off? As a society, you will not get past that. That is not how you save people. You cannot save people by becoming the devil that they said you were. And that is why Mikasa tried to stop them. And that is why Mikasa and Armin and all of them fought against the Jaegerists. Is because they knew that, and they didn't want to carry the burden of the rest of the world. You cannot live with that guilt. I don't think that you can. You might think you can. You might like, I have no choice. But fucking think. You're not just making yourself carry that guilt. You're making the generations come after you carry that guilt. Because I'm guessing, even if the rumbling happens, you might kill 75-80% of the world, but there's going to be people that didn't get squished, okay? And they're going to remember. And then it's just all going to start from square one. And your kids are going to have to bear that burden, just like you're being made to bear the burden right now because of what your ancestors did. So stop doing it, Eren. Okay, so his grandfather gets walked away, screaming because of guilt. And he looks at the ball and throws it up in the air. And then there's a carriage and a beautiful banquet. Wow. I've seen these people in newspapers. No small talk. We'll do as we're trained. We're going to serve them. Look, glasses are starting to empty. Move out. Look, some filthy blood is carrying our plates. No wonder the food here reeks. I'm very sorry. Shh, don't make a scene. But that beautiful garment, Madam, is something wrong? How embarrassing. I've spilled my wine on my kimono. I was having this boy assist me. My goodness, please, this way. Thank you. Why? There's no telling what would have happened to you, right? Udo, are you okay? Yeah, she saved me. Oh, why? Why? Because there are people in the world who don't hate Eldians. There are people in the world who are suffering just as much as Eldians. There are other Eldians in the world that have nothing to do with the Eldians in the Marley right now, or fucking Paradis. Oh, but no, they're all gonna get squished. She knew I was an Eldian, and still, that woman, she's probably someone from the eastern nation of Hizuru. It's been too long, Ambassador Ogueno. Willie, the Savior's descendant. Nambia, haven't seen you since we were children. Yes, I remember all those times I made you cry. Remember this, Willie? The scar from when you fell off that tree. So he's the guy from the Tiber family. Was he the one talking to Commander? Ding, 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 ding. Ladies and gentlemen, my sincere thanks to all of you for traveling from so far away to this place, Liberio of Marley. Imagine the amount, the insane level of like trust these people had actually to come to Marley, you know? And then they get warned about the devils of Paradis. And then a devil from Paradis squashes them. And the rest of the world will know. And if there was just 30 out of 50 that hated them and were afraid of them, well, now it's 40. There's still gonna be a small group. I don't even know. There's probably gonna be maybe not 10 out of 50, maybe like 5 out of 50. But there's still gonna be a small group that thinks that will choose their side, that will choose the side of Paradis and be like, yeah, those motherfuckers deserved it. There's always rebels. So there's always gonna be restorationists. But they're gonna get wiped out too. Anyone who isn't in Paradis, and even if you are in Paradis, if you don't lick Floch's boots, you'll get shot in the face. And people still think they're the good guys. Well, at least Floch thinks he's the good guy. Okay. Allow me to greet you tonight as Marley's ambassador. Until just days ago, some of us were engaged in a most unseemly dispute over resources. But yesterday's enemies are today's enemies too. Excuse me. Yes, whoa. Did he just say that on purpose? What happened there? How do you make that mistake? Excuse me. Maybe it was like a bad joke? Yesterday's enemies are today's friends. So for all of you here, full of Marley's food and drunk on our fine wine that we so pride ourselves on, why not wash away the past in the toilet alongside your drinks and join me in a new toast? This guy sucks. So, to many years of peace. What refined jokes you tell, Ambassador. It seems our guests weren't able to understand what you were saying in the common language, though, so allow me to handle the rest. That's it, Willie, the Savior's descendant. As all of you know, you have been invited tomorrow to the Liberio internment zone. It is a compound full of demons who once tried to destroy our world, descendants of devils who once massacred the people of many nations and led us all down into the depths of hell. It is home to the devils known as Eldians, a race whose blood runs in my veins, too. Marley, oppressed more than any other by those devils, then used them to oppress other nations, only repeating the tragedies of the past. So we all thought, if only the Titans didn't exist. I understand very well the feeling of wanting to exterminate the Eldians. And when I thought about this endless question, I arrived at a single answer. Tomorrow, this answer will be unveiled to you on stage in my first ever production. To the great dramatists and the witnesses of history. To the great dramatists and the witnesses of history. Okay, then boom, 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 boom. Huh? What the heck? But it's just the start of the festival. Festival. What are they eating here? Mussels? Oh. What is going on? Gabi, you're finally up. What is all this? A festival. They let a bunch of people from outside into the internment zone and opened all kinds of stores. Eat this. This is a festival? Let's go. Oh. And they don't have money, I guess. And they look at the Reiner and he buys them bread and the hot dogs and the pizza. But Gabi looks happy. And he's just like, it hurts. It's your own fault for being such a glutton. They should just make every day a festival. Yeah. You know, so many things have been happening to me for the first time recently. It's like, it feels as if something might change soon. Yeah. You're right. Oh, they're here. Where's Folko? He ran off a minute ago, saying that he found someone he knew. So many people. Where is this? Will he be okay? Our orders are to be in our seats on time, you know. Where'd you go? Captain, can you come with me for a second? Right now? I think it's fine. No, don't go. Okay, well, it doesn't change. Whether he goes or not now, it doesn't change anything. Still got time. This way. What's all this about? You'll understand once you get there. Sheesh. This way. Okay. We're here. Yo. It's been 4 years, Reiner. Eren, good to see you made it back home. Bum, bum, bum. Motherfucker. The last season's gonna be insane. Mr. Smith, Dr. Zoe, there's a little something we want to ask. We heard that you're good friends with Levi, the janitor. What about Levi? Go ahead, ask us anything. There's the guy that smells good behind them. The school, it's his turf already. The police, his organization will retaliate. This is no good. Good morning, Eren. I've come to clean. What an incredible cleaning product this is. Yes, it just came out. Scrub, 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 scrub. Real preview is on the following page. 2 worlds have now collided and only tragedy awaits. 2 people that are only doing what they had to do or have to do. Ow. What do we do now? When my side has to kill your side and your side has to kill my side for the greater good and what or something. What do we do now? I don't know how much I work together and not kill each other. I really would have thought about that if Reiner had just thought about it, but he was so small. He was fucking 10. And now it's like 4 years later. How old were they? 16, 17, 18, 19? How old is Eren here? Are you not? Haven't you learned? Haven't you learned? Maybe it's time to work together, because if only Reiner had revealed information to you guys back then, if only Reiner and Bertolt and Annie had given all the information they had to fucking Erwin, think about where they would be. Think about the plan they could have come up with. But no, they were kids. They didn't know better. Blah, 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 blah. But Aaron, you're not 10 anymore. Someone somewhere has to start fucking thinking further than their nose. Stop perpetuating. Think further than that. I can't wait to read Armin's plan again. I think. I might remember wrong, but I'm pretty sure he had the plan. And Aaron was just like, no, I don't know if that's gonna work, and I don't have time, so we're gonna have to go with my plan. Okay, but anyway, that is it. That is a chapter 98, so next time we'll be here for chapter 99. When is chapter 99? It should be Thursday. I can do it. 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. I can do it. I can do it. This was fun. I'm just thinking like this I can do, but Thursday again? Probably I might just, because I think someone said episode 19 and 20 of Avatar is the last 2 episodes of season 1. So maybe I'll just react to 2 episodes on Thursday instead of 4. That gives me a little bit more time to focus on the manga. And I'm in no rush to finish Avatar because I'm only on episode... Motherfucker. I'm only on episode 6 here, you know? So I'm in no rush. No comments yet. Okay, well, anyway. Thank you guys for reading with me. I'm gonna go get ready for bed now. And I'll see you soon for the next 3 chapters.